Guys, it's Sarah with Grassroots Evolution, and I'm here today to bring you a message for Mercury retrograde. So it's the first one of the year 2020, guys. Keep in mind it is general. It may fit your situation, it may not. It's just some guidance that we can take from now until I think it's March 10th. Any of you guys, though, who are air signs, Geminis, if you have Gemini, especially in your chart, Gemini is ruled by Mercury. So when Mercury goes retrograde, usually I can't talk. That's one of the things. Your electronics may go funky, plans get delayed, misunderstandings, that kind of thing. But it's also to slow us down. It's also to rethink situations, to look at things a little bit differently and come to understandings where we haven't had them before. So for anyone sensitive to Mercury, you may experience this a little bit after March 10th. It may take some time for its shadow period to work through. So that's about 2 weeks. Mercury retrograde's a while, but I feel like as well, some of you already have been experiencing this energy. It was supposed to have started February 17th, but again, if you were sensitive, you would have felt it a little bit before too. So I'm going to take a moment to ask Archangel Michael and Metatron to jump in to guide, guard, bless, and protect myself, this reading, any of you who would ask for it, and to use me as the clearest channel to only deliver the messages for our highest good, as well as the most far-reaching. So if you guys are going to call in your angels or your guides, I would suggest that you do the same. Ask that they're here, only highest good. I don't want any, low good messages. I want only highest vibration, high frequency, and in a way I can understand. This also means, though, that when you're calling in these messages, you yourself want to stay in high vibration as well, to be able to accept them and meet them when they come, meet them at the level that they're being displayed to you. The message I'm getting. So I'm going to ask first off with a message from the Archangel Gabriel Oracle by Doreen Virtue, because he is our communication angel, and we get gratitude. You attract more blessings when you appreciate your current situation, your current blessings. So when we see the beauty in everything that we have and everything that we are and everything that we're doing now in this current moment, and we're not coming from lack, we're coming from a place of, I express true gratitude in my life. I have sincere gratitude for the people in my life. I am grateful for the places I've been. I'm grateful for the experiences that shape me. We are only going to bring more things to be grateful for into our world. So definitely we get motivation as well. Pray for guidance as to how to increase your enthusiasm for and focus on this project. So if you're needing if you're needing guidance on how do I get more, what do I have to be grateful for, ask Spirit, hey, help me out. Take a moment. You could do upon awakening or at some point throughout your day, just do a list of things, 3 things that you're grateful for, 3 things that are wonderful in your life, 3 things that you're thankful for. Spirit, I woke up today. I opened my eyes and I was still breathing. The world was still here. I'm grateful for the food on my plate. I'm grateful for my children. I'm grateful that I have such an amazing singing voice. All of these different things that you could think of, but being grateful, right? Being grateful for the people that make us laugh. Being grateful for lighthearted energy and being grateful for wonderful friends. Those are kinds of things that we can be grateful for. We have a choice every day on how we feel about our life circumstances, and sometimes, even though the message I heard was even when skies are gray, it's gloomy outside, there's still something to be grateful. It's all part of the process. It wouldn't be, the universe needs gray days. They need snowy, rainy days. It can't always be sunshine. It's all part of the process. It's all part of the process. That's what I keep hearing. So we're going to ask one more message as an overarching energy. Thank you. We got 2. So the first one that came out this way and one that didn't want to show its back to us. But the first we get is vulnerability. Listen to your vulnerable feelings as they contain wisdom and inspiration. Then pray for strength to focus on your priorities no matter what. So trying to maintain strength, knowing that if your priority this month is to try and keep some motivation, being grateful for the things that you do. So again, giving yourself small but yet attainable almost said chores, but it really could be lists of things to do to motivate you along whatever you're doing, to also be like, okay, to get me to where I want to go today, here's the things that I need to do, but not to look at it as I have to, look at it as in, this will make me feel best. If I tackle and encounter this challenge head on today, it won't be something that's building and building and building on my plate tomorrow. It won't be something that's kind of blocking my ability to see the things I'm grateful for, because I just have so much overloaded onto my plate. And as well as being vulnerable, allowing others to see our vulnerability, allowing ourselves to be vulnerable. And my heart, again, is hurting. I just did a message from Spirit for Pisces season, and my heart, I was getting a lot of energy there, and I feel like I'm getting a lot of heart energy here. Expressing our vulnerable emotions to other people is really important, especially throughout this retrograde time. It's time to rethink and to reevaluate and to understand things differently. So if this is in partnership again with anyone else, vulnerability and openness in expressing our feelings, expressing our beliefs, expressing our concerns, expressing our joy and our gratitude. We need to be open and not worried about how this energy is going to be met. So for example, some of us come from families, right, where to sit down at the dinner table and say, you know, I'd like to go around and have a little discussion on what are we all grateful for. A lot of families are like, I'm not doing that. You could still say, well, I'm very grateful for having you all around my table. And giving those that may laugh at you for the exercise still an understanding that, well, I'm grateful that you're here. I'm grateful that I have the ability to express my vulnerability to you. I'm grateful that I can explain to you that I am grateful, and grateful that we still have this time together. And to have confidence in your creations. So whatever it is, trust in the power of God's creativity, which is being manifested through you. Trust in whatever the messages are. If you're calling to Spirit saying, I don't know what to do, help me. You gotta have some faith as well. That first, you're interpreting the messages as they should be. And second, that whatever you're creating, whatever this process is, whatever it is that your motivation is, to have confidence first and foremost in yourself, in your ability to push forward, your ability to move forward, and as well as to be grateful for your own inner strength. This vulnerability as well is within our energy systems. For example, my heart was hurting and was getting a lot of heart activation. When you feel things like this, it could be sign to go to the doctor, right? But if you're feeling energetic pulses, to also be aware of what is this, what kind of energy is this, what is going on, may also be important to do a few clearing exercises as well. So just ask Spirit. With a deep breath in, you can bring in white or golden light down through your crown, down into your heart, and hold it here. And ask Spirit that while it is here over your heart or wherever you need it to go, that it helps heal the situation, helps break up the negativity. And we're going to ask with our breath space that when we breathe it out, we're going to help move that energy down. You can also, if you feel a well up here, take that energy down, okay, shoes off, but pull the energy down and move it down and touch the floor, okay, and ask the energy to transmute out into the world with love. And it sort of helped here. It'll take that energy away. But this comes from us having faith and being vulnerable as well, to feel the feeling, and as well as thank you, Spirit, having gratitude towards Spirit for helping you move the energy. So I'm going to move on now to the Animal Wisdom Tarot and see what kind of tarot wisdom we have today. So Spirit, this is for Mercury retrograde. Thank you. We have a few things that have popped out. So, all this. First, you get the Seer of Feathers. This is the way they want me to take it to you. All seers in this is the page, act as a bridge between the conscious and unconscious mind. And in this one is especially because this is our thought space, our communication space, arrows. And if you can see as well, the feather over above him and in between here, this this bridge, this tree bridge, sort of stuck here in between nothingness. And you were saying, like, well, why is it even there? It could be a clothesline, but it's a bridge from tree to tree. It's an understanding from person to person. And this Mercury retrograde, one of the messages I'm getting here is he's sitting up high in this tree, being able to finally start to see truth and clarity, trying to bridge the gaps. That at the bottom of this pile was the Hermit, in reverse though. So I feel like there's been a long time here where someone or a group of people, or may have just been a really introspective time, sitting in hermit mode, trying to see the light from the dark. And this is the owl, the keeper of the light, trying to find the inspiration to move forward, but trying to have a deeper understanding of things. And this is in the reverse here. One of the things is either it could be you have people in your world that don't care, don't want to see the bigger picture, or it's kind of time to remove yourself from that energy. It's not necessarily time here to keep this to yourself. This is time to open up, to be vulnerable. We have the Two of Branches that was beside this card, and this is about making balanced decisions, you know, maintaining balance. Because if you see here, he has on his branches, there's leaves and there is fire, and we also have the yin and the yang. He is kind of in the middle here between water, which would totally take away the fire, and the earth, and finding a way to move through your creative passion, to move through your choices without getting burned. The Earth Mother and the cow, which is the Empress. And I think it's important that she has a flower over her crown. She is anointed with flowers, and she is overflowing with abundance, as well as, if we see here, this could be pregnant belly as well. What are you trying to nurture? What are you trying to bring into this world? This is divine feminine energy as well. So some of you could be really needing to embody your Empress energy, regardless of whether you are a male or a female, however you identify yourself gender-wise. That's not what's important here. This is more just this feminine quality, and I feel like this has a lot to do with understanding as well, that we use our feminine ambition is one of the things I heard, but vulnerability as well, to know that we don't have to be out chasing really hard for the things that we need to come to us. We don't have to decide to keep ourselves in the dark, because she is enlightened, she is loving, and she is seeing. And I feel it like kind of looking over here going, yeah, I know that seeing things a little differently, this is going to birth in a new process. This is going to birth in a new world. And, you know, the flowers as well are so important here, because it's like representing life in full bloom. You have the Chariot, which was in the reverse, but I'm not going to read it like that. One of the things that you could look at it, though, is we have it in the reverse, but again, I'll flip it with the World card. That if things are stalled right now, we also have the Five of Wands was the other card that came out. If things are stalled right now, it could be because you've yet to come to this new understanding. There could be a conversation that needs to be had. We could have situations that they might be a little bit difficult to have, and worried that whatever conversation could sting the hand that's holding us. But how I feel about this is, again, that this is a real opportunity for change and growth. And as well as to notice the Five, the Pentacle, the Star here, that there are the five sacred things in this world, and Spirit's one of them. There's air, fire, water, earth, and spirit. And to know that when we stay grounded and connected here on this earth, we can really make big changes, and we can really make big movements. But sometimes the universe as well, they're like, yo, I got some stuff I want to do too. I got an agenda. There's some lessons you're going to learn. It's all up to how you take it. It's all up to how you approach it, and really, again, how you achieve it is one of the things I heard as well. But I feel like with the Chariot, when it's in reverse and it's like that, it's almost like trying to thwart or refuse universal energy here. But it's a really, really wonderful time that openness and vulnerability create something magical. So if there's been a time where you've been very introspective, Or in this case, if you're feeling like introspection is too much, we're not in balance, your thoughts are upside down, this is really a really great time to move with vulnerability. I'm going to ask another message, please, Spirit. Thank you. So you got the raccoon and the Seer of Pentacles with the Eight of Shells in the reverse. So this again is another seer. But this time, it's also going, you know what, maybe I don't want to let go. Maybe this time, I don't want to let go of what I have here. I'm still holding on to some stuff because I'm trying to see the truth in it. I'm trying to see what I can take with me, what's tangible behind me. Where are the other two? And the other two cards that, oh, there's three. So we have the Moon Dreamer, which is the moon. There could be things or forces beyond our control that are hidden. If there's any darkness around you or dark entities as well, is what I heard. Remain in the light. As well as one of the things that you can do if you feel darkness around you by remaining in the light is putting up an energetic light bubble around you and saying the only thing that can cross this threshold is light, or my energy, that nothing else shall pass. This is impenetrable. So Chariot in the upright is balanced between the sun and the moon. And to get the moon out here as well, you have the Seeker of Branches and the Four of Pentacles. That someone may have been looking for something, or you may want to see something, you may want to go after something, but right now your resources are a little scarce, so trying to keep it to yourself. But either way, there is answers in opening yourself up to the feminine energy first off. That's exactly how I see that. Is this moon energy, is this divine